I need to make some comments about TikTok because I hear the concerns about China and the concerns about TikTok. But what I don't hear is any compassion towards all the young Americans that feel there's a form of freedom of communications on it. All the young Americans that have a way of making a living. They've built off of it. I mean, some of it's unusual, but some of it's legitimate. There's a friend I know that's built out a second career business of educating people on words. And it's terrifying to me how ignorant our politicians are when they're legislating on something they haven't even taken the time to understand. Now, if you understood these people and understood a little bit about their world, I'd have some respect for you. And the media is included in it. You aren't journalists. You're just propagandists. You have made no effort to understand they're real young people that connect. This is a form of their communications. This is a form where it looks like that the government cares more about control than it actually cares about protecting us from China. You listen to these people. I'm hearing them, and I think it needs to be known because you get them mad enough, some of these people start voting more. And it's really shown me again how our Washington representatives and how our media are so profoundly disconnected from the people of America. We must work at the ground level. We must be localist and start understanding that if we aren't working in our communities and pushing our way back and contacting our representatives and making sure we vote, not writing it off, that we will lose more and more rights. And this to me is the tip of the iceberg. This does not, Facebook's done equal or greater sins that we already know about. They've sold our stuff for years, just no question. And now all of a sudden one's the main demon, and it looks like it could be potential that Facebook and others might be involved in some funding on this. Do you think everyone's an idiot? They're figuring this out. And all I have to say is we have this because good people have stayed silent. So if you're upset about what's happening on Facebook, and I don't see them as without sin, I don't see them as completely safe. I see it's awful when bad things happen, but Facebook has had mass murders on broadcast. They've had suicides all over the place. They've undervalued kids. They've been doing this junk for years. And of course they corrected it when it was eventually pounded into them. Now, the attack on TikTok, to me, is another way of showing how it's not about our best interest. It's about both sides profoundly disconnected to the American people. And what I have to say to us out there is if you don't have what you like, there's no one to blame but the person in the mirror, because I guarantee you can see you didn't speak up, you didn't vote, you didn't get involved, you didn't contact your representative, because if you study history, all throughout history, when the middle class have had enough, the world changed. Just do a little work on history. When the middle class have had enough, the world changes. I'm afraid we haven't had enough yet. And the TikTok is, to me, one of the tipping points. Because I'm watching what they're saying, and there's just no compassion through all those people that are getting legitimate value. I've seen stuff that breaks, and then the news catches up with it like originally Twitter used to be. It used to be Twitter would break the good, the bad, the ugly, and you'd know what's going on, even though the media was so busy chasing their propaganda that you could figure out what's going on. Well, I've been seeing that on TikTok for a while. So again, there are two aspects. If you're listening to me and you're a representative, shame on you for not knowing what you're voting on. If you can't read the document, don't vote on it. And I guarantee I'll work to vote you out of office. And then if you're a citizen upset with it and you're complaining and you did not vote and you did not get involved and you didn't understand what's going on, shame on you as well. And if you're the media, you're not media anymore. You're just propaganda calling yourself news. Because journalism has a commitment, real journalism, of showing both sides so it's not even clear who's the good or bad. You've got to show both sides so that we actually are forced to think for ourselves. And how many of you have seen that? I haven't seen that in years, and it's across the board. So that's my 2 cents on TikTok. Love to hear your views on it. Have a great day. And let's make sure, remember, evil prevails when good people stay silent. Evil prevails when good people stay silent. Make a contribution any way you see it. Have a good day.